No more waste of time with the other guys, none of that. In this new digital era, we can expect faster imports and exports due to a stream.
Always been a centerpiece of this work. And that has been an important feature as he continues his job at the Liberia Revenue Authority. We are speech and removed permanently today. Ladies and gentlemen, the Commissioner General of the Liberia Revenue Authority, Thomas Donald.
The Minister of Finance, Minister of Commerce, Minister of Defense, Minister of Justice, Minister of Health, representatives from the Central Bank of Liberia, our distinguished members of the Diplomatic Corps, ambassadors, thank you very much for joining us. Today, I stay here to celebrate a digital partnership between the APM terminals and MedTech Liberia. And I'm overwhelmed because what has happened is an exhibition of leadership by institutions that have shared vision and shared direction in regards to digitalization, but not only that, but also enhancing compliance and efficiency. So let me pay homage to my colleague, Johnny, and to also the team from MedTech led by Max. You know, Johnny, let me say special thanks to you because I've been at the Liberia Revenue Authority. The 31st makes me 4 years. And APMT has been here. But since you came, all has changed. But all has changed because you came and you met LRA with the vision of digitalization of our processes. So our vision met your vision, and that is the reason why we are here today. So thank you, Johnny. But let me say that this process was Liberianized. And it was Liberianized because we've always believed in the exceptional ability of Liberian technicians. This process was led by Metus, Herbert, Zeze, and obviously Derek. And then obviously our colleagues from MTN. What is happening here, let me say to all of our colleagues in government, a lot is possible. If you know Java and you're in Liberia, it's no different from Java in Silicon Valley. A lot can happen here. You only have to believe in possibilities that things can happen. Let me say importantly that one of the key vision of the LRA is to take our revenue to billions. And this project tells us that we are on the right trajectory in terms of increasing our revenue and ensuring that we can take our revenue to billions. So, Honorable Minister, let me say also thanks for your assistance in this process. You like billions? Yeah, we got to create money for the minister to spend. So let me say thank you for your collaboration in this process. I remember when we met the first time and we had all of the conversation. And you know what I like is you left us to do our thing. And since you left us to do our thing, this is where we have come. But there are also partners here that we should recognize, because if it is not also because of the collaboration, the leadership, the availability, we won't be here. Minister Mawani Dix from Ministry of Commerce. Minister, thanks for your assistance in all of what we do. Let me also recognize Mr. Botuawe, who is the Managing Director of the National Port Authority. He's our landlord. He owns us. He has us here. But he has always made, this place available for us to function. So we want to say thanks, Mr. Tuawe, for all of that. But let me say that this is not a process that requires a lot of talk, because after this program, it's about action. And it's about the response of the people to what we are doing. But I can assure everyone that the Liberia Revenue Authority is on the trajectory to digitize all our processes. Before December, you will see us sooner or later calling you so that we can unveil our new integrated tax administrative system. And that is a system where we are envisioning that if you have a national ID card, it means you already have a TIN number. We want to be able to be more progressive. So we are working with the national registry, identity registry. The same thing about technology. We are now working with our technician, and we are creating a web services so that when you come, we can just go into the system and we can see who you are. It means we do not need to do a lot of work. And we are hoping that all of this will help other people, to catch cold. They say when we're doing this, let other people catch cold. And when they catch cold, then it means they have to have solution. And it's quite possible that we can take Liberia into the next century with digital progress. So I want to say thanks for coming. And let me say that when we pay taxes, we all enjoy. Thank you very much.
Taking bold steps to make billions for the economy. Thank you ever so much, Mr. Thomas Duman. Is there technology without the people? It's like operating in a vacuum. And one institution that brings the people closer to the services at the Freeport of Monrovia is the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. It is an institution that serves as the signpost of trade and commerce in the Republic of Liberia. And ably shepherding the team there at the Ministry of Commerce and Industry is none other than Minister Mawani Dix. The Minister, you're welcome to the podium.
Good afternoon, everyone. Members of the cabinet, officials of government here present, members of the diplomatic corps, leadership of and staff of the APM terminal, the leadership and members of the Custom Brokers Association, business leaders, partners, members of the Fourth Estate, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. It is occasions such as these that remind us of why the people of Liberia placed their confidence in His Excellency Dr. George Manawia when they mandated him to provide leadership and improve their lives. As officials of government continuously working to improve the business climate and the general economic outlook of the country, it is moments like these that we strive for and work endlessly towards. It is against this backdrop that I want to commend the management of APM terminals and other stakeholders for sticking to commitments they made to the government and people of Liberia for the improvement of the Freeport of Monrovia and its overall operations. The digitalization of the Freeport of Monrovia is the beginning of a new day and commencement of the journey to have all of our systems synchronized and fully automated through the national single window. When we took over the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, we pledged to improve the lives of our people and enhance trade facilitation through the strengthening of existing systems and the introduction of new ones. This is a pledge we're still committed to. Digitization provides enormous benefits for port users, revenue authorities, and the general public. Furthermore, digitization puts our Freeport on par with those of neighboring countries, creates opportunities for further advancements, enhances efficiency and timely delivery of services, and also creates the need for investments in logistics, warehousing, and above all, reduces the turnaround time for clearing of jobs from the port while reducing the financial burden associated on our local businesses, particularly our SMEs. So allow me to encourage all of us to continue in this positive direction of modernization to meet the present day realities associated with trade and commerce. Let us continuously challenge ourselves to think outside of the box while enhancing coordination and cooperation in the delivery of our respective programs in keeping with the Pro agenda for prosperity and development. So let the word go forth today that through true partnerships, the government and people of Liberia are ready for business and prepared to grow your confidence in our port and the effectiveness of services provided. As always, the Ministry of Commerce and Industry will continue to remain engaged with all partners and stakeholders to support the ease of doing business and the promotion of a business-friendly environment. Ultimately, the responsibility is on us to familiarize ourselves with the newly digitized system in order to yield the desired results. Therefore, as I look forward to the next steps of trade facilitation and enhancement in the form of the national single window, I'm even more excited because the wheels of modernization are in full motion and the ultimate beneficiaries will be the people of Liberia. Congratulations to us all.
Thank you so much, Madam Minister. In an interview with the World Bank Group magazine, he described digitizing the economy, especially through digital financing, as a catalyst for better service delivery, whether in the electricity sector, whether in the agriculture sector, whether in the health sector, and also enhancing cooperation between rural and urban communities, as well as creating further trade links globally and regionally. And what is happening here today is a process towards varying this nation further on the path of digitizing the economy. For him, today is not just a moment of truth, it is a moment of celebration, a moment of joy. Ladies and gentlemen, it also gladdens my heart to welcome on this podium the Minister of Finance and Development Planning, Republic of Liberia, Samuel D. Tuer Jr. Thank you. My esteemed, distinguished members of the cabinet, members of the diplomatic corps, distinguished development partners, government officials, members of the press, thank you for being here. You're here in your numbers for a reason. So with the full glare of the media, so that the Liberian people can hear and see for themselves the essence of transformation. Let me say massive, humongous thanks, congratulations to APMT, Liberia Revenue Authority, the government of Liberia, APMT staff for this wonderful success. Today's program is the unveiling of a monument. It is a monument to the success of three ingredients. We are standing here today unveiling this monument of 1, leadership, 2, partnership, and 3, Liberian competence. Leadership emanating from APMT first, because when Jonathan took over APMT, the relations between APMT and the government were at a nadir. There was confrontation, there were protestations, there were all kinds of alarms and all kinds of things. He walked into the storm. But I think he's a genius in management, because I've now seen his strategy. And that's why, whether in politics or in warfare, the most important thing is a strategy. So he walks into a storm with a vision. My background, in my first meeting, he said, look, I digitize, step up. We see what you guys want to do here. You have a vision. We can make this happen. And I said, but then let's make it happen. So he knew he was walking into a difficult situation, but he saw a common ground for partnership to deliver a quick win while we are struggling on some of the most contentious and difficult issues. So he's very strategic. As Thomas now said, he came with a vision of digitization. He met the vision of digitization of the government. In our parlance, we say, when vision meets vision, success will happen. So there was a clash of visions. It was a natural thing. And then we began to work together. So the strategy is that let's work on the things that we can succeed on. And so we deploy the resources, intellectual capacity, and we're standing here today. Now, this same guy has many other problems to solve with the government. Having delivered on the first one in our partnership, you can clearly see the path for success on the other challenges all the day. This guy is here. But importantly, this is a great day for business, a great day for the business climate in Liberia, a great day for partnership. Because you can have leadership, but if you don't work together, you cannot have success. If we are all separately working in silos, brandishing our respective competences and refusing to find the common ground to share ideas, there will be no success. So APMT, government, the public sector, fuse their enthusiasm, their knowledge, their capacities in a framework of partnership that has landed us here today. So let's give it up to partnership. And we're talking leadership and we're talking partnership on a man who embodies those virtues. The leadership of President George Weah is outstanding, but it's outstanding because the president is big on partnership. Partnership with the development community, partnership with the private sector. Big on consultation. The president just signed into law the Liberia Anti-Age Commission, which says even he as president will draw the appointment from a list of civil society development partners in moving the fight against corruption to the next level. That's an indication, that's an example of how you create partnership. And so the success of partnership today is a big one that we must celebrate. But as Thomas said, we must also celebrate Liberian competence, which is often forgotten. We hear about consultants coming, being paid lavish sums of money to do simple tasks in Liberia that Liberians can do. We have the Smart Institute, what's the other one? Blue Crest, all of these people availing IT, children programming, Java. So Thomas always tells me, at what point do we start writing the consultancy for local Liberians to start doing these big things? Well, the point is now, because we now see where programmers from LRA, from Commerce, from Finance, from APM are all working together to make life more livable for Liberians, to make business easier for Liberian businesses and institutions. So let's celebrate Liberian capacity, Liberian capability. This is our moment. Atinao. This is our time. Let's shine. Liberian economists, mathematicians should get more support to do programming. I mean, what happened here is happening all over the government. It's just a matter of time. And that's one of the reasons why we brought the media here. Development is not the fruit of a plant that grows steadily overnight. It is piecemeal. You don't see the work or the trappings of development, you see the result. But sometimes when that work is going on, people are impatient. There are lots of myths about the National Port Authority or about the gate access that is out there. Oh, the port is too expensive. It's too cumbersome. Everything is well. The tariff rate in Liberia is among the lowest in Africa. Let me announce that. We've looked at the number. So it's not the rate. Maybe it's some of the bureaucratic processes. But today we are standing here to solve one of those problems, which was solved recently over the last year with this partnership and this Liberian competence. So we are making progress. To APMT and other partners, we say let's turn our leadership, our partnership to other biggest challenges under the concession. And I trust we'll find a strategy there too. John, I see you nodding. But we'll find a strategy to break through. You know, one of the big things we want to work on is dredging the port, right? If we don't dredge the port, big-sized vessels cannot come. And if big-sized vessels do not come, costs will be high because when a small vessel brings things, they have to overcharge. When a bigger vessel comes, they can reduce costs. So that's one of the reasons why we're doing. So with dredging, in the next year or two, on our cooperation with APMT and the National Port Authority, we will see big progress in that direction as well. In closing, let me turn my attention to my colleagues in the government that we should use Liberian capacity and capability to do this, and we're already trying to do this in other ways. Under the leadership of Madam Mamani Diggs, Minister of Commerce and Industry, the national orator. Oh, wow, let's give it up for that outstanding oration. You know, she's presiding over a program with the World Bank, a project, a $40 million project about supporting the business climate. It has elements of digitization and all of that. And the national legislature will be returning very soon, and this is one of the things we have on the agenda. So, folks, if you're listening to me, we are pushing hard for the parliamentary ratification of this so that we achieve effectiveness, and we do that. Yeah, no, I mean, no, yeah, that's it. Then we have other projects we're working with the Central Bank of Liberia. The Central Bank is developing a national switch. They say that national switch will be the game changer in the digital economy in Liberia. All the experts say, but we've not been able to get the national switch yet. So let the Liberian people wait, it's coming. So they say when you get the national switch, then you may not need all the separate POSs where you have EcoBank have their own POS, GT Bank, LBDI. You go to the store, you see 10 different machines sitting on the table. We just need one. So all the cards can go through that one. The national switch will make that available. We are making progress there. The Controller and Accountant General tells me He will soon be able to press a button so that all government workers get their pay on the mere press of a button. We're almost getting there. Digitization is happening across government and the private sector. So we're just saying thank you to all the government technicians I have making this happen. Thank you to, let's work for the progress of Liberia. Let's continue to ease the cost of doing business and accelerate business processes. I thank you all. Minister, waking up on your birthday is like getting up to the trumpeting sign of elation. It is a moment of joy for anyone celebrating the birthday. And so, up next on this podium for our vote of thanks is Madam Wemon Rees, Sales Executive APM Terminals, and the birthday lady.
Thank you, Romeo. It feels good to be another year younger. Good afternoon, everyone. I stand on existing protocols to say all protocols observed. I'm humbled to be giving the vote of thanks on this historic program. On behalf of the Managing Director, Mr. Jonathan Graham, the senior management, staff body of APM Terminals Liberia, and our partners, I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to our stakeholders, our valued customers, and our esteemed guests. Today marks a huge milestone in our port automation and digitization journey. This journey, we believe, follows our diverse purpose of improving life for all by integrating the world. APM Terminals Liberia, in addition to digitizing the port to improve and enhance transparency in the clearing process, has also taken on a full-scale leadership and training program for its staff to drive and sustain all its innovation has made and aspire to do. Special thanks to our valued customers for their co-involvement in the digitization process. Once more to our logistics team, our communications partner, the master of ceremony, and those who aided in making this program a success, we say a big thank you for your support. Thank you.
Thank you, Wema. Wema, just a minute. If we can just ask for the indulgence of our guest, our honorable guest, could you please stand and let's just sing a birthday song for this lady. Happy birthday to you. So, 1, 2. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Thank you so much.
You're not even getting.
And so we start with one prayer. We are just ending the prayer. For our closing prayer, we call on stage Mona Creole, training officer, if you're training us.
May we all please rise in honor to God's name. Our Father and our God, in the name of Jesus, we say thank you and thank you for this program. Thank you for another launch of another fit dream in the life of the kingdom of Liberia. Thank you, O God, for bringing this book, for transforming this book from manual to digital today. We say thank you for our MD and his able team who were able to through home, oh God, that you bringing all of these big dreams to reality. Thank you for all that you have done. We are so grateful to you. Thank you for everything that you will do. And Lord, as we leave from here, may your kind protection rest upon us. In Jesus' name.
Thank you, Madam Prior. We have a lot. You may be seated, please. So we have a number of interviews and photo opportunities, but for further explanation of the protocol, we call quickly.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. The program is officially over, but we have lots of pictures and media interviews to do, so I'll be coming around early, and we'll call on you one by one to take surveys. Thank you very much.
And we have a takeaway for our East West. Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's a bit of photo session, and we are making arrangement to do an interview with some of the ministers here and even APM terminals.
Everybody behind this guy.
So you have the information minister, you have the deputy minister of finance, you have the port managing director of Biotwaway, you have the justice minister, you have the commerce minister, you have the head of APM terminals, you have Samuel Toy, finance minister, you have the health minister, you have the justice minister, you have another top government official, then LRA Commissioner General Thomas Dona. So the officials posting for a photo session. You can see the media and all of participants of this program or those in the audience also.
smile. I want to see teeth. Please smile. Okay, all right. On the count of three, I want you to be animated, yeah? On the count of three, okay? Second. 1, 2, 3. Using some vocals. 1, 2, 3. One last shot, please. Okay, sorry guys, we'll have one more shot with all the other partners. So the shipping lines, the banks. So can I have all the MDs of the banks here, please? Can I have MERS, MS, MSC, and CMA, please? Tell us more. Comments? James Hannah, please. James Hannah. James Hannah.
So it's a bit of photo session with partners. You have the government of Liberia represented by some government officials, many ministers, and the head of LRA, Thomas Dona. You have members of or executive of the banking sector, and a lot of partners to the APM terminals. So there's a bit of photo session. Then we are making arrangement to conduct interview. Yeah. Yes.
Let's come out. Okay. Let's come out. Guys, move. Pass a cup.
Who you bringing?
What?
I thought you bringing somebody to talk to. That's all.
Willie. You said already. No. No. Just. Okay, interviews with who?
Matthews,
Johnny Mattis.
Johnny and Thomas Rona.
Johnny? Leslie. Let's go. Willie. Interview. Where's Johnny?
We're in there.
Look, gentlemen, how you guys doing?
Yeah,
Come on,
okay,
let's
sir.
start.
So I'm going to question your government.
One question for Mr. Now.
Relax. Relax, young girl. Don't worry.
My name is Ma'am Kanzen and I report for Freedom Network. It's on how would the digitization partnership with APM terminal impact the revenue mobilization agriculture?
Oh, well, thank you very much. It's nice to be interviewed by Freedom FM and the rest of the crew here. Well, efficiency in revenue collection, efficiency is important. Meaning, if people bring in their, the products through APMT and LRA can process it, as effectively, efficiently as possible, it means it builds confidence in the system. And then it allows more people to want to take advantage of the system and input into our country. And if that is done, obviously it is going to help us increase our revenue, So this process and the partnership we are in is about what happens at APM terminal, what happened with MedTech, right? Let me just say, MedTech replaced VVAC. So what happens with MedTech in terms of inspection? And also what happens as LRA assesses, the consignment of different businesses and the way we work with custom brokers. All of this is going to be useful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
He is Thomas Dona, is the Commissioner General, that's Liberia Commissioner General, LRA. Thomas Dona. So we want to talk to the main players in this business when it comes to digitization. So we about to talk to one more person from APM Terminals to give us details about this process.
The various online activities are here. The radio stations, where they so that particular he knows the names, so he will know all them. He knows the names, but he told the people to come. No, I said he knows the names, so he will tell them.
Tell me where it's at.
One question.
Let me. Yeah.
The grant, congratulations on the launch of the EAD. What is the long-term strategic goal of this initiative?
Okay, that's a great question. I mean, it's relatively simple. Long-term strategic goal is to make it easy to move through the port. We feel like if customers have ease in moving through the port, custom brokers have an easy way to do business, they'll bring more business, and the Liberian economy will grow. That's our goal. That's what we do. That's what we do for a living. And this initiative, digitizing the customs release process, will help that happen. So we're super happy today. Glad you guys are here. We spread the message that great things are happening in Freeport, and I'm super happy today, guys.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Simple enough.
Expressing his happiness about the launch of the digital program. So we want to say thank you so much for this launch. My name is Haji Masale, saying thanks for watching.